Hi, this is me, Mary, in my kitchen. Thea's upstairs asleep, but I thought I would read you one of my favorite books. I read it yesterday at school, and all the kids really identified with it. So this is called, here, I'll show you the cover. Harriet, You'll Drive Me Wild, and it's by Mem Fox, who's one of my very favorite children's book authors. Okay, Harriet, You'll Drive Me Wild. All right, and I kind of changed the words a little bit. Harriet Harris was a pesky child. She didn't mean to be. She just was. One morning at breakfast, she knocked over a glass of juice just like that. Her mother didn't like to yell, so instead she said, "Harriet, my darling child." "I'm sorry," said Harriet, and she was. At snack time, Harriet dribbled jam all over her jeans, just like that. Her mother didn't like to yell, so instead she said, "Harriet, my darling child, Harriet, you'll drive me wild." "I'm sorry," said Harriet, and she was. Before lunch, Harriet was painting a picture, and she dripped paint onto the carpet. Can you see that? Just like that. Her mother didn't like to yell, so instead she said, "Harriet, my darling child, Harriet, you'll drive me wild." "I'm sorry," said Harriet, and she was. At lunchtime, Harriet slid off her chair, and the tablecloth came with her, just like that. Look at all the things that fell off the table. Just like that. Her mother didn't like to yell, so instead she said, "Harriet, my darling child, Harriet, you'll drive me wild." "I'm sorry," said Harriet, and she was. Oh, they're both looking a little grumpy now. Okay. Later that afternoon, when Harriet was supposed to be asleep, she broke a pillow. You see she's playing tug of war with the pillow. She broke a pillow just like that. And 1,000 feathers went everywhere. There was a terrible silence. Look at the room. Then Harriet's mother began to yell. She yelled and yelled and yelled. "I'm sorry," said Harriet. "I'm really, really sorry." Oh, there's a big hug. Her mother took a deep breath. Because that makes you feel better. "I know you are," she said, hugging Harriet tight. "I'm sorry, too. I shouldn't have yelled, and I wish I hadn't. But sometimes it happens just like that." "Big mess," said Harriet. "Very big mess," said her mother, and she started to laugh. The dog is enjoying it. And they both laughed and went on laughing while they picked up all the feathers together. And sometimes that happens. Harriet, you'll drive me wild. Bye, y'all.